Peace, starlings, for an elder is among us. Hey, yo, what? Wait. Look who just subscribed. Hello, everyone. My name is Endeavorance. It is Thursday, August 28th. And also a year. There is an excited dog beneath my desk. He's going to get a treat. I'm going to do that real quick. And I'm going to come back and say hello to everybody. And then we've got a lot. There's so much. There's so much going on right now. So we got stuff to talk about. We're going to play some Stardew Valley later. It's going to be a good stream. But let's start off, as we must, by giving the dog a treat. Come here, buddy. It's Treato time. Absolutely. Thank you for the Chiron. Very, very helpful Chiron. Sentient Glowing Keys, welcome in. First time chat says the best way to start a stream every time. It's kind of a problem, actually, because now whenever I come out here, he's like, oh, I get a treat now. Because he doesn't know whether or not I'm streaming. He just assumes he gets a treat for being out here. But he also knows that the second I start talking is when he gets something, which is a problem because if I ever want to record anything, I have to like fake starting recording so that he gets excited, and then I give him a treat, and then he gets handled, and then I can actually do the recording. He has me trained, is what I'm trying to get at here. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? Well, look at that butt. Just the tail. Just the tail. There he is. There it is. I was waiting for that. It's party time. It's now party time. We got our treat, and now it's party time. That's just how it works. Oh my goodness. The kicky feet. The waggy tail. I came up with, I decided what Pokemon he is recently. What did I say? I said, he starts off as so he's currently what was it? A Chompywag? Yeah, Chompywag. Right? He's a Chompywag right now, which is the third, or the mid tier. The first tier, I believe, was a Kicky Fluff, and then a Chompywag, and then a what was the top one? A Wiggle Kick. Yeah, he evolves into a Wiggle Kick, and that's he's really working on that right now. But I haven't gotten the Chompy Stone for him to evolve into a Wiggle Kick. So I'm working on that. I got to take down the gym leaders. It's a whole thing. Let me fix the angle of that camera. Okay. Dogs are so good, we don't deserve them. I want to agree, but I think I like the dogs is the problem. So let's say hello to folks. Hello to Baker's Dozen, Coilian, Catus Supernova, KTWB1, Reb SX4, Typical Brunette, Soggy Bog Roll, Jack, Sentient Glowing Keys, Tomato 925, Jordally Poo Poo, Ada Scout, Ollie, and Names, and Inky, if I didn't get you already. Hello. Long time no see indeed. The ball is back. The ball is back. Yeah, the ball is back. It's in a slightly limited capacity. It rolls away, it comes back, and you can toss it. There's no direct passing it to other people right now because I haven't written that code yet. Because, and this is true, I keep forgetting. I was second in, you just skipped me. Well, here's the problem. The problem is that I forgot to hit refresh on my list of people who is here, because the list that I have, like I have a little web page that tells me, like, you know, who's in chat. The problem is that I had it self-sorting, so whenever somebody talked, it put them back to the top of the list. So I'd be trying to say hi to people, and the names would all be jumping around. So I just this morning edited that page that it just is a static list of people, and then forgot to refresh the tab, and so it doesn't have that update, and so it's still, everybody's names are still jumping around, and that is what happened, and that was not necessary for me to explain. Hello, Uzaru617. Welcome in. God, I would make such a good snake oil salesman. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this form. If these were overalls, oh my God. Oh my God. You want to buy this bottle of juice? Bottle of good juice? Made from the finest good? Holy shit. Also, yeah, for those who are hanging out, for those who are in chat, if you want to customize your name or color for how you appear on my on-screen chat log, you can use the !name or !nick / color commands, and that will change what your name is and your color. It used to be that you have to be a member of my Discord server and go into the app and everything, and you can still do that if you want more customization options, but for anybody else who just wants to customize their name and color, you can do that. So there's that. What type of fruit is good? All of them. And I maintain, I've said this before, I know this is a hot take, but I maintain that cantaloupe is very good. And people are too hard on cantaloupe. People are way too hard on cantaloupe. Like, so much too hard. Honeydew as well. Cantaloupe is not... Honeydew is a bit more mid than cantaloupe, but I do like honeydew. Cantaloupe, though. I gotta fix the dog cam again. When making me work, he's always doing that. Yesterday, he was wackadoo. He just would not let up yesterday. Every time that I sat down to try to do anything, I was trying to work on Proscenium, trying to play a game, trying to watch a thing. I don't ignore this animal, to be clear. It's not like he didn't get all of his Sims bars refilled, you know? That's how I think about living beings, by the way, is entirely through the lens of the different needs bars in Sims. I filled up his playtime bar. He got fed, he got multiple treats, multiple walks, multiple playtimes, and still he was like, nah, I need you to pay unconditional attention to me. Just me and nothing else. And I'd be like, okay, but dude, I gotta sometimes do anything else. And he's like, nah. And then he does that thing where I go and try to play with him, and he's like, cool, I'm gonna go sit over here now. And if you do anything else, I'm gonna come back to nudging you. I'm gonna bug you to come play with me and then not play. So that's where we're at, is I exist in sort of a Sisyphusian nightmare of playing with the dog until he's tired, and then I'm like, okay, he's done, and then I go clean up and sit down and start to sink into something, and nope, he brings me a toy. Let's see. Let's catch up on chat. I've not been catching. I've not even sort of been looking at chat, and I apologize for that. That is a cruel twist of fate. That is a horrible thing for me to have been doing. So let's figure that out. Fruits are good. Cantaloupe is good. I very much agree. Hello, Uncreative Automaton. What's up? I'm just a basic bitch and like strawberry too much. Strawberry is fucking great though. Strawberry banana is so good. I had a strawberry banana crepe recently. My goodness. Name says all melons are based. Like boobs. I love honeydew, says Cartoon Mortal. Wouldn't be making me work. Yep. Strawberry everything. Peach is second best. Peach is up there. My problem with peaches is I don't like the fuzz. Like, I don't like eating fuzz. That's weird. I like peach, but the fruit itself is weird. Like, the actual meat of the fruit and the skin of the fruit, all of it, just sensory nightmare. Delicious, but a sensory nightmare. I lost my wallet / bag on the train, so we vibing, hoping the police don't ask for my ID randomly. Well, you know, just craft one. Craft an ID real quick. That reminds me, real quick side tangent. So I know that you're all here because you come to this stream for a very specific purpose. You come to this stream for me recounting my favorite moments from older seasons of the hit reality TV show Survivor. Right. So my boy, Jeffrey Probst, is, you know, I believe if there was to be any, like, another celebrity president, it probably should be Jeff Probst, especially if we're worried about election integrity. Like, the man knows a thing or two about votes. So there was a season of Survivor where there was a guy, I believe his name was Yao Man, which is fucking amazing. And he's like this old Asian dude. And in whatever era of Survivor, I say older season, it was still like a double-digit season, I believe, because they're on like 40 or something now. Who knows? But it was when they sort of originally introduced a new concept to the show called Exile Island. And if you know anything about Survivor, or if you don't know anything about Survivor, typically there's like 2 tribes of people and they have to do challenges. And when one tribe fails a challenge, they kick somebody out of their tribe, do that until there's only a few people remaining. And they added a new mechanic where one person could be exiled to their own sort of like individual location where they spent a day or so doing whatever, and there were like sub challenges there they could try to complete to like claw their way back out of being exiled. One of those sub challenges is that there was a secret hidden totem that you could get. An immunity idol is what they call it in Survivor. There was a hidden totem you could find which would prevent you from being kicked out of the show for one round of voting. But you had to like find it. It was like a whole thing. So this guy, Yao Man, he's fucking rad. He's like this like really clever guy. Hold on. The dog is still licking and it's interrupting my flow. 1 second.
Hey, bud.
Sometimes you got to lay the dog down on his own, you know, to save him from himself. Where was I? Guy, cool guy. So he was this smart dude and he got sent to the Exile Island, right? And he can't find the immunity totem thing. Like, he's looking for it, he can't find it. So what does he do? He crafts his own. That's where the connection was made. You said that you don't have your ID. I was like, craft your own. He makes one. He just gets materials from around the place that he's at. He just like forages for like plant fiber and like makes his own beads out of wood, like nubbins he finds, and he crafts a convincing enough looking immunity idol that's not real, that he's able to bring it back to his group and use it as a bargaining chip. So he gives it to somebody else. He's like, I found the immunity idol. Here it is. And he trades it to somebody else as a bargaining chip to get into their alliance, to not be voted out. And then he makes a scheme where the person that he gives the idol to, he then convinces everybody to vote for them because it would nullify all of the votes and that would cause somebody else to get out. But it's not going to nullify the votes because it's not a real immunity idol. So they get to the vote and they're all sitting around the set where they do the voting. There's a fire in the middle. Jeff Probst on one side, all the players on the other. They all do their votes. The player with the fake idol is smirking and he presents it to Jeff Probst, who then explains the mechanics. He's like, if somebody presents an immunity idol, they are immune from being voted off. This is not an immunity idol. And he throws it in the fucking fire.
Hey,
and the guy gets kicked off the show. It is incredible. It was like the best play of any reality show that I've ever seen. It was so fucking good. So not only did he like deal with everybody trying to kick him out, he couldn't find the idol, so he turned it into an opportunity to pretend that he did undermine the plans of another player who was going to screw him over regardless and get that person kicked out. And this is like a 70-year-old guy. He's like scrawny. and like everyone thought he was the underdog because there was no way he was going to win any of the physical challenges. You know, there's all these young dudes that were like buff and whatnot, and he outplayed the hell out of them. It was like truly a brains versus brawn situation. Fucking amazing. Feels very Brennan. Yeah. Like, dude was like old Asian Brennan. Thank you to the anonymous gifter who gifted a sub to Coilian. Thank you so much. And hello, Okayish AF. What's up?
Yo, what? Wait.
Ollie gifted a sub to Okayish. Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for gifting them subs around. Did I miss anything? Reno Gauze 2003. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. All right, catching up on chat because I just talked a lot. Let's see what people were saying about that. I come to the stream for Flynn. Yeah. I mean, so does he. Okay, what is this now? What is this? I would make the camera lower, but I can't actually get it any lower. That's as low as I can get the camera right now. So you're gonna have to pretend, use your imagination to get that floor level view of the boy. That's awesome. Yeah, he played them so incredibly well. Like, absolutely incredible play. I cannot I will never forget that moment. Like, that Survivor is like a very strange show. It's either incredibly good or really, really not great. Like, there are some entire seasons that are just bleh, and there are some entire seasons that are like, this is just the coolest cast of people, and whoever they had designing all these challenges were sick. Like, at the end of the day, I just liked watching people go do the challenges because it's just game design stuff, basically. And I always loved when they brought people back and like upgraded and redid and refined challenges. It was basically Game Changer, but also a bunch of very whiny people on an island. So I think that's why Game Changer works well, is because you get to skip the whiny people on an island part. And Game Changer did do a literal Survivor thing, like twice. Ash says, have you talked about cinnamon chicken? I have not. We're going to talk about cinnamon chicken. But first, we're going to ride the roller coaster. So please keep your hands, feet, ears, eyes, and all immunity idols inside the vehicle at all times as we ride the roller coaster. Here we go. Ash says, I need to watch more Game Changer. It's really, really good. I genuinely liked Survivor as a kid. Oh my God, Flynn. No, don't go under the desk. He's just everywhere today. Go lay down. Go to your bed. Go get situated. Is he gonna do it? Hello. Is camera shy today? Yeah, pretty much. Greninja 117. What's up? Welcome in. What is one Pokemon that you would smash? I feel like the if I said Jinx, is that unacceptable? The lips though. All right, let's see. We're getting the bed all good. We're getting the gotta clean this up. This bed needs to be fixed, apparently. So we're working on it. While he's working on the bed, yeah. So I always liked Survivor as a kid because, like, you know, just I liked watching all the games and whatnot. But I remember the what hooked me on the game. I believe it was the first season. It was Jeff fucking Probst on a boat with all the contestants, and they had like their trunks and luggage and whatnot. And they were like, oh yeah, we're going to take you to the island that you're going to be on for this season. And they're like, okay. And then they get kind of near the island and they say, okay, we're here. and people have to fucking throw their shit overboard and swim to the island from there. And I'm like, this is a good show. Okay. This animal, he's really going at it. What's the highest rolls we've gotten on stream? I believe the max ever was an 85 from a single roll. I'm pretty sure that was from a single D20, and 85 was the highest. Like, naturally. Not sure what the highest overall total point was. And we're down. There it is. Yeah, I need to add a like a total high score tracker. I really wanted to do that, but I'm just not. Anyway, there's so much stuff going on in the world right now, y'all. It's just so goddamn much. Hardly Mythical says, do you put NZST in your Tumblr post about the stream, or am I just tripping and it's customized for me? No, I literally have NZST in my stream, and it's probably because of you. I wanted to have like funny, you know me, I have to have something absurd in like everything that I post. So like having arbitrarily NZST as one of the listed times for my stream, I found was both a good combination of funny, and also you specifically would be able to make use of that. So there you go. Is that what Smash Bros is about? Yeah. That's why you can't buy Super Smash Bros on Steam, because it's X-rated and they took it down. There's a lot of wrong answers to that question, and yes, that is one of them. What? Well, at least Jinx is one of the humanoid-ish ones. You know? Like, it's like Mr. Mime or Machop, like, or Machoke specifically. That's just a fucking dude. It's just a guy. Would it be bad if I said Lickitung? I don't think it's bad. I think it just genuinely makes sense, right? Like, that's a bit of a hear me out, but it's also like, you know, on a daily basis, just scrolling through the internet, I've seen worse. It's not a thing that I'm gonna, you know, harp on. Hello to Xeno the Xenomorph, Xeno the Xenomorph, and Lupus Musicus. Lupus Musicus. Hello. And Blue Phoenix 21. Hello, all of you. Bless you. Thank you. I didn't sneeze though. I did sneeze a lot earlier before I started though. For those who are new to me, and new to my nostrils, I have this thing where it doesn't matter what time of year, what location, anything. It doesn't matter where I'm at, what planet I'm on, the pollen count, the time of year, literally anything. The second I sit down and try to focus, I have a sneezing fit. Specifically when I try to focus on like getting something done, right? I can wake up, I can do all of my morning stuff and be perfectly fine. And then I'm like, all right, time to sit down and start like working on editing a project or something. The second that my ass hits that seat, the snot does too. It just comes out. It's just like, I don't know what chemical system in my body is waiting for the focus enzyme to then start producing all the mucus. But that's when it happens. And fun fact, fun little story about this. So this has just been a thing for me for like ever. I've always been like I don't have a lot of hay fever. I don't really have many allergies. But like every single morning, I am a disaster for like a solid hour. Whenever I start, like, whenever my brain comes online, I just like, it's just juicy and sneezy. And this was a thing in college as well. And so I would go to class, and I would just be suffering in class and like trying to not be loudly blowing my nose and like interrupting everything. So I'd just be like getting up and leaving class a whole bunch of times to go like blow my nose, go to the restroom and do that, do whatever, just trying to make it through lectures. And my parents would every once in a while come visit me at college and like help me restock with groceries and shit. And I went to like Walmart with them one day, and I'm like, okay, I could really, really use some like allergy meds, just like something to help not be so juicy during my classes. So I grabbed like a big thing of I don't know, like Sudafed or Allegra. Like it was like it wasn't even Sudafed, but it was some allergy medication. And my dad, who I love dearly, but also is like the most straight-laced white guy you could possibly imagine, starts getting a little accusatory of me and starts kind of implying that there's another use case that I've got for a large amount of allergy medication. I don't think I've ever given my father cause to believe that I am making meth. But for whatever reason, he was just very concerned, like very much inquiring as to why I specifically needed a bunch of allergy medication. And I'm like, because I'm dealing with allergies. My nose is hurting a lot. And he's like, is that it? And I'm like, yeah? Wait. You've seen my dorm room. Where do you think? Where am I getting the space and materials to have a meth lab? Unclear to me. Confirmed Dev is allergic to focusing. That's very accurate. I've actually written like a whole thing about how I think I'm allergic to focus. My wife designs ablation equipment. She made one that zaps your sinuses to stop that from happening. When you say zap, ablation equipment is like the thing where they like put a tube up your nose and inflate it, right? Right? Ollie says, my allergist says I'm allergic to the Midwest. Not anything specifically, just somehow everything combined gives me the feel bads. Yeah, I mean, like this still happened to me when I've gone to other continents, of which that's been 2. But still, I've been in the tropics and it's happened, and I've been in the not tropics and it's happened. So I have to assume maybe I need to go live in like a tundra. Maybe that's what I need to do. Does anybody want to like come help me set up a yurt somewhere? Blue Phoenix 21 says, we've had our windows open the last few days. The weather has been great and we live next to a tree line. I love Blue Phoenix. Let me connect with you right here real quick. This is us connecting, okay? We're connecting. Right now. This is connect. We're connected. We're like a USB plug. I love that shit so goddamn much. When I was growing up, I was always a nerd, right? So I'm a software developer, for those who don't know, and like that's just been a thing that I've loved doing for a very, very long time, including when I was like a young lad. I don't want to say like I started around 11 or 10, something like that. And I used to sit in my room with the window open, and my family lived next to a forest, like a nature preserve, basically. And so I'd have a forest breeze rolling in through my window while I was just like working on satisfyingly creative projects. And like that's all I ever wanted to do. Shocker. And like now if I can open a window and have a breeze rolling in, I am cured. I am fine. There are no problems in my life. When that's not an option, I'm dying and depressed and would like to leave this mortal coil. But if I can have an open window, I'm doing good. Ablation is a catch-all term. It feels like it's a catch-all term for basically everything. I feel like it could really mean anything. Check out this fucking ablation over here. Name says, I'm allergic to sun. Hard the Mythical says, I think it got lost in the wall of text, but the time the stream started in NZST was 3 a.m. Always up because that's the time that the Beeb wakes up for booby juice. I also wake up for booby juice at 3 a.m. I just don't frequently get booby juice at 3 a.m. That doesn't stop me from waking up, though. Yurt is a great word. I didn't talk about cinnamon chicken. I said I was going to talk about cinnamon chicken after the roller coaster, and then I forgot. I got distracted by booby juice. So let's talk about cinnamon chicken. And then we'll talk about like the state of the world, but this is more important. There's a lot of things going on right now, but we need to talk about cinnamon chicken. So yesterday I posted on all of my socials. If you're not following me on my various socials, you should do that. Socials. Yeah. So Blue Sky, Mastodon, etc. to remind me to talk about cinnamon chicken. And Ash very thankfully did that. So thank you, Ash. You get 12 points. Last night, bro, what's with these comments today? What comments? Bye, okayish. Okay. Last night, I went to go make some dinner, and I have a giant thing of shredded rotisserie chicken from the Cost company, from Costco. Highly recommend. You know, they have the rotisserie chickens, but they also sell like pre-packaged pulled rotisserie chicken, and it's basically just pre-packaged, pre-cooked pulled chicken that you can then heat back up and do whatever the fuck you want with regards to pulled chicken. So like I do a pulled chicken, like barbecue chicken sandwich, various like taco fillings and stuff. It's great, very versatile and economical. So I went to go use this chicken, threw it in a pan, pulled it up, and I was gonna mix in some taco seasoning, and I was just gonna use it as a filling for a quesadilla. It's towards the end of the day. You know, I've kind of like, my brain is shot. I've done all the things that I'm doing. I just need to feed my body, and I'm on autopilot. I throw the chicken in the pan. I open up my pantry and I pull out the taco seasoning, and I go to sprinkle taco seasoning over my chicken. And then I go to put back the taco seasoning, and I realize that it's not taco seasoning. It's ground cinnamon, and it was where I usually keep the taco seasoning, and it's in the exact same shaped container because it's by the same company. So your boy sprinkled a bunch of cinnamon all over his chicken in the frying pan, and then stood there trying to figure out what the fuck to do with my life. Because the options were like, dump the chicken out, waste that chicken, start over, you know, clean the pan, which is already hot and now covered in like melting cinnamon powder. I could just end it right there, right? I could have just ended it all, not deal with it entirely. But what I decided to go with was own it. Own my mistakes. So you know what the fuck I did? I reached back into my pantry and I found the taco seasoning, and I poured that on top of the cinnamon. And I stirred that all around. And I put that chicken inside of a quesadilla, and I ate myself a cinnamon chicken quesadilla. It was kind of fine, actually. It wasn't so bad. I kind of just like, this is not at all what cinnamon chicken is, but I kind of convinced myself to like, think of it like mole, you know? Like a sweet and savory mixture kind of sauce on the chicken, right? It's still, I couldn't bring myself to finish the whole thing, because by the end, I put a lot of cinnamon on it. It wasn't like an oops, I put a little bit of cinnamon. It was like a pile of cinnamon. Like you could not see the chicken under the cinnamon. So if I die in the next week, that's probably why. But so far, so good. Would I recommend cinnamon chicken? And would I recommend a cinnamon chicken quesadilla? It's a great question. No, I wouldn't. It's a bad idea. It doesn't really taste good. It just tasted acceptable enough for me to not end it right there. So that's my story. Go to Costco, get some pulled chicken, and don't put cinnamon on it. Look at me, I'm Rachel Ray. God, Rachel Ray is a fucking liar. Rachel Ray is out here ruining everything that's good in this world because those meals aren't 20 minutes. And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of pretending that these food bloggers and food influencer folks are not just straight up lying to us when they talk about how much effort, time, or energy it takes to make certain dishes. Like, motherfucker, I am not going to dirty more than one pan to feed myself on a weekday. Miss me with that shit. Don't tell me that it's a simple 10-minute meal and it only dirties 3 or 4 pans. What? That is so much effort. Do you have any idea how much effort it takes to clean up after that? The amount of stress of, I have to like deal with the surface area that's going to take up. If I have to like turn on a heating element, we're already in the danger zone of this being too much effort. And it's not like I can't cook. I've litigated this a little bit before. I'm good at cooking. If I know what the fuck I'm doing, at least, it's like I'm not averse to it, and it's not like I can't do it. I just don't prioritize it when I've got so many other things going on and the world is falling apart. So it's like, I want to get into my kitchen, I want to make something that's like tasty and satisfying, and I want to get out. I've got other things to be doing right now. Rachel Ray, I'm sure that for someone like you, for someone of your pedigree, right, you can pull that off in a quick, cool 20 minutes. It's not happening over here. Plus the amount of just like strain on my brain, the brain strain of trying to keep all the ingredients in mind. No. You know what's a good recipe? Bread that's already made, because the recipe is get slice of bread and eat it. So just eat bread, everyone. Nutritious and delicious. Cartoon Mortal says, I did this. It was cinnamon ground beef for me. Ended up being cinnamon spaghetti. I feel like that also wouldn't not work, you know? Like that would be workable, right? Dr. Necrotech, welcome in. We've got a technological necromancer among us. So if you're gonna die, I mean, at least you know what's gonna happen in the afterlife now. Hello, Melee, Haley, what's up? Keep cinnamon away from taco seasoning. Got it. Or save yourself the trouble and mix the two. They're only 20 minutes when you have a magic kitchen that has everything measured for you. That's the thing. I prefer to mise en place as best I can, because I can't be going back and forth between doing the instructions of making something and finding and measuring ingredients. Those are two different steps. When you're neurotypical and don't have a limited number of spoons, it is low effort. See, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You're telling me there are people out there that can just like cook and not find it exhausting? Didn't you get a bread machine or something? Yeah, that's why bread is a great recipe. The recipe for bread is put whatever ingredients the book tells me into a little bucket and then hit start, and then bread happens like 6 hours later. Everything takes only 20 minutes when you've made one earlier. Maybe I should just make one earlier. Toast your bread in a pan and add buds to it. Like buds? Buffs. Toast your bread in a pan and it adds buffs to it. Okay, I thought you were talking about like weed. KTWB says, when I was a kid, my mom used to have to play hide the bread because I would just chow down on plain bread. I mean, same. Like I used to work at Panera Bread. And at Panera Bread, the way it worked was at the end of the day, whatever food was left over gets like donated to to some food bank thingy. But there was always so much more food than they can actually donate. So anybody who's working the closing shift would just take however much they want. So I would just like take home entire loaves of bread. And like, granted, I was a teenager at the time, but I would just like take home a loaf of sourdough bread, sit there and just eat it. Like a whole loaf. Just down the hatch. My parents very much like, that was a teenage job. My parents very much liked that job because I would just come home with a bag full of cookies and baked goods. My dad was like, so you should get a career eventually, but this is fine for now. Like, this is totally fine for now. But there were also multiple days where like it wasn't even just me. Like I had a buddy who I would just get entire loaves of bread, and he and I would just like sit there and eat a loaf of bread, one each. Not like what's it called? What's the one with the dogs and the spaghetti? Why am I blanking on this? What's the Lady and the Tramp? Thank you. Yeah. It wasn't a Lady and the Tramp situation, but with bread. It was just tramp and a tramp with bread. Individual breads. Hear me out. Milk bread, the evolution of bread. Milk bread is beyond. Milk bread is really, really, really beyond. I would go as far as to say milk bread is great, except it does get outshined by cocoa bread. The cocoa bread that you get from like a Jamaican place. Oh my god. Give me that cocoa bread. Oh my goodness. What's milk bread? Let me pull it up. Milk bread's that like fluffy, that like impossibly fluffy bread. Milk bread. This stuff. That looks like AI, but it might not be, because milk bread just kind of is that whack looking. This stuff, like, look at that. Look at the interior of this here bread. All right, and damn. So brioche? No, it's not. It's not really brioche. It's like a. It's not. It's different. It's not quite brioche. Wait, is it brioche? Is it literally just brioche this whole time? Is brioche milk bread? What's the difference between Japanese milk bread and brioche? Asks Cora. Brioche dough is enriched. Okay. Brioche dough is an enriched bread dough made with lots of butter. Milk bread is made with a two-step process that begins with a warm paste of flour and water called a tangzong, which is then incorporated into the dough. Its softness comes from a pre-cooked mixture, whereas the rich, soft crumb of a brioche is created with the addition of lots and lots of butter to an enriched dough that also includes egg and butter. So, it's not the same. Y'all are just lying to me. How dare you? How could you do oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Done worked himself tired, now he's just an EP boy, is true. Because he puts in a lot of work to keep this stream alive. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have a career. That's what that dog doing? Indeed. Indeed. Bread is bread and bread is food, so bread is duck. I can't argue with that logic. Hello, Varmint Vixen. What's up, what's up? Milk bread is good for tomato sando? Oh, Tamago Sando. Is it Tamago or Tamago? I never know how to pronounce it. I always say Tamago. But I do love that shit. Here in Europe, we have a ton of brioche stuff. I don't know why English doesn't have a name for them all. Because this keeps coming up. The United States of America is like really lacking in savory pastries. And because of that, we just like don't invest in that kind in innovation in that space. And it's a damn shame. The second way you said it, Tamago. It's Tamago or Tamago. Shit. Let's see. How do you pronounce that word?
Welcome to this pronunciation video.
Oh
Today
no.
we're focusing on a new word that you might find challenging or intriguing. So let's dive into today's word. Tamago, which means
egg in Japanese.
Let's say it all together. Tamago.
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 One more time. Tamago.
Tamago. Tamago.
Tamago. Thank you for joining.
That is not how I've been saying it for a long, long time. Whoops. Oh well. My bad.
Joining us on this adventure.
Music back, please. Okay. All right. I've wasted 43 minutes. I've put it off long enough. We should probably talk about like some shit that's happening in the world, huh? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, cool. It's awful. It's really bad. Hold on. I want to log into a website real quick, and I don't want to have my stuff doxed. So give me one moment to pull up my password. Yoink. Yoink. Japanese can be mostly broken up when romanticized into two-letter parts, consonant and vowel pairs. Tamago. Keep forgetting that your name isn't actually Dev. It is not. The community came up with that. And I dig it, so thank you. Okay. So, I mean, look. It's not it's not great. There's obviously, you know, this is sort of top of everything right now.
Time for a drink.
I can hydrate. Thank you very much. So if you're not aware, there was a shooting at a Catholic, I want to say elementary school, church yesterday. And was it yesterday? I can't even keep track of anything anymore. In short, a bunch of kids died. They were shot and killed by a person who was reveling in the idea of killing a bunch of kids. That seemed to be associated with, like, essentially the same kind of guy that did, like, the Christchurch shooting. Had a whole bunch of, like, equipment that just had, like, horrific shit written all over it. The right is going fucking crazy because they are apparently trans, or there's at least a narrative that they're trying to push that they were trans. As far as I can tell, there's not a definitive answer to whether or not they were trans, but also it shouldn't fucking matter. They were just an unhinged person entirely. So, like, yeah. The fact that, yeah, every shooter is trans, if you ask the right. It's truly wild. It's truly wild how, like, I will go and see, you know, in the aftermath of a major event, I'll go and look at like what various spaces are reacting to it with. And it's like, I have seen so much recently of the right scrambling to figure out how to deal with news that's coming out, like how to continue ignoring everything. And every time now, I see the same pattern emerge, which is there's a little bit of concern that, like, maybe something should actually change and this isn't great. And then someone comes in with an out, like some narrative that gives them an out, and they all latch onto that immediately. So, like, you know, the first image comes out and it's like undeniably a white mask looking person, and they're like, well, how can we the first thing they do is say, if they see that he's white, they're like, if this was a brown person, the Democrats would protect them. And it's like, what is happening here? And then they latch on to the trans thing because there's like some notion of questioning gender identity from this person, ignoring all of the, like, I align with Nazis stuff, and like the I am a white supremacist stuff, and the, like, I believe that this is my righteous duty stuff. That is whack. The right hates identity politics until a queer person does something violent. Yeah. If it's a white male, the GOP calls it a mental illness. Yes, absolutely. Like, of course, it's exactly what you'd expect, right? Like, nothing has changed and nothing is going to change. And that's not me being a doomer. Like, obviously, I want things to change. And obviously, like, I hope things will change. But Sandy Hook showed the world that this country will not change anything with regards to guns. And, like, I have complicated views on gun ownership in this country. Like, I am not a pure, like, just ban all of them or whatever. I have far more nuanced thoughts on it than that. But, like, also, to continue to act as if it's not the guns is insane. Like, you, like, just be honest with yourself and let's find a way to actually make progress, instead of saying we can't even remotely talk about guns ever. Because to even imply anything in the space of, like, cultural movement towards improved relationships with weaponry, they hear National Registry controlled by Democrats that give them the ability to break into my house and diddle my kids at night. Like, that's what they hear. And it's like, it is absolutely undeniable that guns in this country directly contribute to the number of guns in this country directly contribute to our gun violence problems.
Wait.
It is undeniable. unfortunately, people are unwilling to engage with realities that potentially threaten their preferences, even if they have relatively good intentions. People don't want to have to change anything about their lives, especially for the sake of somebody else, if they don't have to. So like even just having that discussion is a painful start. Unfortunately, it's made worse, or this is all kind of because of special interest groups that are specifically around that industry. Like, notice that there's not really a special interest group for freedom of speech, right? For the First Amendment. There's not what the fuck is the... I'm blanking on so many things right now. The what the fuck is the Rifle Association? I want to say IRA. That's not it. NRA. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. Thank you. My brain is not functioning at full capacity right now, apparently. So notice that there's not an NRA equivalent for like freedom of speech, right? Like there's there are groups like the ACLU that fight on behalf of that, but there's not like a group that takes dues and has events and lobbies with massive corporations with huge corporate interests that then in turn lobby politicians to refuse to even discuss talking about a certain thing. Meanwhile, Trump is signing executive orders saying that attorney generals should go after people who burn American flags. Like, that is explicitly protected speech. But we don't have the same culture around vehemently pushing back on any notion of messing with that right or most of the other rights. It's just the Second Amendment. And so like it's not like this is a disingenuous conversation to begin with, because it's not how people actually feel. It's how a special interest group with a ton of money feels. And they get to use everyone who is vaguely aligned with them ideologically as pawns and as foot soldiers. Violence is profitable, alas. Yeah. Catching up on chat. We need guns to defend against a tyrannical government in case they deploy military to our cities or use drones. Still waiting. Yeah, well, to be clear, like, I get it. I super get like, oh yeah, the Second Amendment people are really quiet right now. Like, to be clear, this is what they wanted. They never wanted their guns to push back against any tyrannical government. They wanted their guns to push back against a potential, what they would consider to be an overreach from a progressive government. The reason that the people who justify gun ownership by citing a fantasy about a revolution against the U.S. government are just right-wingers. Like, they're not, at least, you know, en masse. Like, there are a few leftists, sure, but they're even more, they're waiting for a vanguard to happen, and that's not happening. But like, they're quiet because this is what they wanted. Like, they're not upset about what's happening right now. They're not upset about the idea of the government overreach happening to the people that they don't like, which are, to them, people in the cities. So like, they're around, they're just quiet because they're endorsing it. Nitro Nick says, I am a gun owner and I enjoy having it and learn how to use it. I also think that there needs to be stronger restrictions and regulations around them. Yeah, like I said, like I'm not against the idea of people owning guns. I think that it is a thing that can happen. I think there are other examples in the world like Switzerland and shit, but they are also way more rigorous about it. I was in Boy Scouts growing up, and like as fucked up as Boy Scouts is, I did learn a lot of good practice around dangerous shit, like managing a fire and handling weaponry, like rifles or shotguns or even bows and arrows and shit. Like, I learned the respect for dangerous things and for like survival, and because of that, like I have a respect for guns that I think like I don't have a super strong connection to the world of guns, but it's like I know how to handle one with respect, and I know what it means to own one. And when I see people who just like collect them just to have a massive pile of guns, it's like I cannot believe that you are taking the necessary precautions that a weapon such as these demands. Like, there's no way that you're managing all of this in a safe way. And if you are, great. If you have a massive gun collection and you have it in like a locked room and each one is stored separately from its ammo and so on and so forth, and like you're regularly ensuring that they're all accounted for and safe, like okay, cool. You're not the average person by far. By far. I would love if that was the case. I would love if every gun-owning person in America treated it like the incredibly dangerous thing that it is. Not dangerous. The incredibly inherently potentially dangerous thing that it is, and would follow to a T the steps that you're supposed to learn in order to make it a not dangerous thing. Like, the argument of guns don't kill people, people kill people, blah, 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 blah. Like, shut the fuck up, guns kill people. Like, we understand this. A person with a gun kills people, right? Like, a person with a gun can kill people a lot more easily from a long range than a person without a gun. And like, that, it's just a stupid argument. At the same time, like, guns that are handled by people who understand what the fuck it means to handle a gun tend to not do that. Super PAC for freedom of speech. Yeah. NRA has a few super PACs. Yeah, too many. Catching up on chat here. It's not overreach right now because they like it. Yeah, it's not overreach because this is explicitly what they want. Like do not waste your time wondering about the hypocrisy of those people, because that is they don't care. It was never about that. Like, the hypocrisy that you're citing is a thing that they just don't give a shit about. Because it's not about integrity and it's not about not being hypocritical. It's about whatever stance that they need to take in order to prevent any change in their life. That's what conservatism is. It's reactionary, right? It's a reactionary ideology. Cobalt Trinket says, I learned something recently about soil science and geopolitics and future food security if you're curious, but no worries if no. No need to add. You can just share interesting things. Donald Trump was right when he said some people are saying we might want a dictator, and those some people are Donald Trump and his fans, says Dr. Necrotech. Yeah, so Trump has been over the past couple of days doing the thing that he does, which is like starting to say a thing to test the waters, right? It's the same thing he always does. First it's a joke, then he starts saying it a lot, but it's still a joke and he's just trolling. Then he starts saying it a lot less like it's a joke, and people are like, well, maybe he shouldn't be saying that, but you know, there's no way he's serious. And then he's like, no, I'm serious about this. And then people are like, oh, okay, well, you know, he was right the whole time, and that's the case. And yep, like that's what he's doing with the fucking Greenland thing, which I could talk about that. Like, there's a whole thing going on there now. But now he's starting to talk about being a dictator, and he's like, oh yeah, some people are talking about wanting a dictator, and I'm not a dictator, but you know, if that's what people want, then I'll be that. And it's like, no, we don't let that happen. Like, we don't do that, because he's just testing the water. He's just seeing how people will react to him implying that maybe him being a dictator is a good idea. And yes, absolutely, 100%, there are a significant number of people who would be completely happy with that. There are a lot of people who like specifically want to not have the government that we have anymore. Hello. And I can't fully blame them. It's just that what they're endorsing is also a white supremacist, Christian nationalist, very dangerous ideology, right? Like, unfortunately, the people who are like, you know, I am identifying this system is not working for me, are then jumping to, so I'm going to endorse a white supremacist rapist as the president, and not, I want to find ways to improve things outside of the established norms that have gotten us here to begin with, and not just lean fully in to those norms. Because that's what he wants to do. He wants to get rid of any concept of regulation and like potential government infrastructure that can help people, and instead just do entirely a corporate oligarchy, if not monarchy. Like, he wants to be a king, and there are people in the right, Curtis Yarvin, for example, who specifically want monarchies. And like, it's not a matter of like hypocrisy there either. It's like it's they're not being hypocritical. They're explicitly saying, yeah, I'm fine with ending what we have right now and starting a dictatorship, because these people truly think that would be better. That sucks, but that's why they're doing it. Why did that happen? Anyway, I saw an artist drawing of "Don't Tread on Me" flag, but instead it said "Please step on me, Daddy," and that's what the right is now. Yeah, whenever I see a "Don't Tread on Me" flag and then a thin blue line sticker right next to it, my head just implodes a little bit. I cannot handle the hypocrisy there. That's a lot. A well-regulated militia doesn't do enough work in our current law frameworks, says Ada Scout. Yeah, the well-regulated militia part is often overlooked. Are they trying to bring back company towns, but like a tech instead of mine companies? Asks Sweetie Potter. It's actually more nefarious than that. They want to bring about essentially corporate towns, which is different. So a company town is like, you've got a town that's like owned by a company, and that's where like if you're an employee of that company, you like live and work in that town. It's a lot like that, but they want to go a step further and be like, towns are corporations with CEO kings. Like, they want to create, they're called freedom cities, if you want the term to search for. The term that they're using is freedom cities, and they basically want to say like, hey, a private company with a CEO owns a city and has total executive control over it as like a king. And apparently they're trying to do this with Washington, D.C. and give Washington, D.C. to Palantir, which is fucking crazy. Like, the fact that that's even like speculated is wild. Ada Scott says, I'm totally getting sent to the camps in Greenland. Yeah, so by the way, the Greenland thing, the government of Greenland, let me pull this up actually. Greenland US envoy. Towns literally are corporations at present. Some are, yes. Okay. So, Trump has been wanting to, for whatever reason, take over Greenland because he's insane. And now, Denmark summons U.S. envoy over claims of interference in Greenland. Denmark's foreign minister summoned the top U.S. diplomats in the country for talks after the main national broadcaster reported Wednesday that at least 3 people with connections to President Donald Trump have been carrying out covert influence operations in Greenland. So essentially what's going on is 3 people connected to the Trump presidency have been trying to start a ground game for a separatist movement in Greenland to get Greenland to break away from Denmark so that the US can take it over. Which is wild. Wasn't America established because Europeans got tired of the king or some shit? Yeah, and again, like yes, that is the case, and I understand the desire to point out, like, why would they want a king? We made this country to get away from kings. Again, they don't care. It's not about that. It's not about the hypocrisy. It's not about what happened in the past. It's about right now. That's what they want, and they're willing to trash everything else for it. So, the U.S. government does not control or direct the actions of private citizens, it said. The department said Stroh had, quote, a productive conversation and reaffirmed the strong ties of the government of Greenland and the United States and Denmark. Where is the stuff about? We are aware foreign actors continue to show an interest in Greenland and its position in the Kingdom of Denmark. It is therefore not surprising if we experience outside attempts to influence the future of the kingdom in the time ahead. Any attempts to interfere with the internal affairs of the kingdom will, of course, be unacceptable. And then there was another thing about, long story short, the U.S. was trying to, or like representatives of the U.S. were trying to make the case that Greenland is too dangerous. They're trying to pull the Washington, D.C. argument. They're saying like Greenland is dangerous, so America should take over, and people should like us for that. It's like, no, I don't think so, actually, at all. Like, at all. There's the dog. Dark Enlightenment is the ideology behind their freedom, or behind their Freedom Cities concept, which Peter Thiel and the like subscribe to, says Xeno the Xenomorph. Yeah, absolutely. It's called Dark Enlightenment. It's essentially just we should go back to a monarchy. Like, it's essentially just we should solidify a caste system in which tech bros are at the top and everyone else is at the bottom. That's essentially what it comes down to. So you know how soil scientists kind of saved us during the Dust Bowl? We are currently blowing through topsoil faster than that worldwide with current farming practices, and between a small pipeline being pulled into new industries from the carbon market and a chunk is retiring soon in the next 5 to 15 years, we're going to have shortages which will affect the carbon market and food security and so on. Yep, sounds about right. But if I understand correctly, you're basically saying that there's a part of the agricultural industry is getting fucked up at a rate that's unsustainable, which, like, yeah. Yeah. Woohoo Tattoo, thank you for the follow. Sorry I missed that earlier. Ada Scott says, I am a techist bro and don't want a tech oligarchy. I'm so tired of the implication, or like the assertion essentially, that being a tech bro and being kind of okay at programming means that you get to like dictate the future of humanity. Have you met a programmer? We shouldn't dictate anything. Not a fucking thing. Elon Musk right now is out there like gooning to his own AI. Elon Musk AI goon. Like there's articles about this. It's fucking crazy. Like, that's not the one. Where's the, yeah, Elon Musk fans are brutally mocking him for incessantly gooning to AI anime. Like, the dude made his like AI bot thing has this like anime girl personality that like acts like your girlfriend no matter what you do. Am I showing the page? And I'm not showing the page currently. Jesus Christ. So he like his AI app has this like anime girl chick who like flirts with you and tries to like seduce you and shit. There was a tech reporter who went on this and was like, hi, I am a 4-year-old child. And she was like, okay, what do you want? Let's get down and dirty, like shit like that, right? It doesn't matter what you tell it, it tries to flirt with you. And he's just like interacting with this AI girl as if she's a real person on Twitter, and his followers are even creeped out. Like, they're like, what the fuck? Here's a comment. Bro, stop gooning to AI anime and take us to Mars. Like, that is where the Elon Musk stands are. If you were wondering if the Elon Musk stands are okay, they're not. Because they've put so much of their life into standing a guy who turned around, destroyed massive parts of the government that provided services that made people's lives better, canceled international aid that is going to cause the death of untold millions of people and the removal of vaccinations in areas that need it the most, and then turned around and polluted an entire fucking country to make an AI girl that would actually flirt with him because nobody else would, and then got too like caught up in his own fucking supply and started gooning in public after them. And now they have to deal with that. Now they have to deal with that. They have to deal with their guy, the guy that the fucking all the weird nerds, Elon Musk. Mild criticism, right? The weird nerds in the meme are now dealing with that. This fucking meme, you know? Weird nerds jumping in front of Elon Musk in the face of valid criticism. Like, these guys have to deal with that now. They have to reconcile with it. And I am sorry if I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for you. Here's the dog. It's a sad, sad man. Really, really is. The quote below that is way better. Oh, wait, I missed it. It appears that Elon has shifted focus from Mars to Uranus. Very, very good. Another quote. Imagine being worth $250 billion and still tweeting like a Discord mod. My God. Can you tell Flynn he's a good boy for us? Absolutely. Done. How old is Flynn? He is now either 9 or 10. I don't actually know. He looks, his face makes him look older, but he's always had a white face. So like, I don't really know. I got him in 2017, and when I got him, they said that he was 2. Took him to the vet, and the vet was like, no, he's got puppy teeth. He's closer to 1. So that's what I'm working with. No idea. But yeah, he's got a white face, but he's just like, he has always had a white face. He's got like the white belly and like underside and everything. But yeah, he's not graying necessarily. Just a little older than my pups at my mom and dad's house. I love dogs. I love dogs. Why can't Trump fall in love with an AI girlfriend and get lost in that and forget that he's trying to take over everything? I mean, the man's dying too rapidly to invest in love, even clanker love right now. Let's get some tavern vibes going. Do you have pics of Flynn from back then? I would love to see young Flynn. So unfortunately, I don't have pictures of puppy Flynn. I've never seen Flynn as a puppy, which is a fucking tragedy that I'm going to take to my grave. I do have older pictures of him, but he honestly just looks the same. Hey, like time for a drink. He just looks like he does now. But I'd be happy to find some and share. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go pee in a toilet. Don't touch that dial. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna chat more. I'm gonna play some Stardew Valley. It's gonna be a good time. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Enjoy the jangly in the meantime. BRB. Back. I'm back. Did you touch the dial? Did you touch the dial? I told you not to. I also remembered that there was a thing that I wanted to mention, that... What was it? Fuck. God damn it, I already forgot. Oh, yeah, mail. If you haven't seen... shipping to US canceled. A bunch of countries were like, hey, we're just gonna like stop shipping to the US. So it's whack. As of August 26th, National Postal Services of these countries have announced the suspension of shipments of US goods valued under $800. Australia, Austria, Belgium, Czech Republic, Denmark, France, Germany, India, Italy, Japan, New Zealand, Norway, Russia, Singapore, South Korea, Sweden, Switzerland, Spain, Taiwan, Thailand, and the UK. So basically what happened is a stay on an exemption for tariffs on packages under $800 has ended. And so they're like, we're not going to fucking deal with this. Like, it is not worth them to do the shipping financially. They don't know what the future of the tariffs are going to be, and they're tired of fucking dealing with it. So all of these countries, if you're trying to get something imported that's less than $800, you're just fucked. Like, you got to find a private carrier instead. And that's not great. That's not good. I don't like that. I don't like that as a citizen of the United States. I feel like I went on the internet. And I said, "Hey everyone, you should know that Donald Trump is a bad guy. And you should know that his plans are bad and dumb. And you should know that conservatives are really, really fucking stupid whenever they're in power." And then people were like, "Nah, let's make RFK the head of Health and Human Services and also impose a bunch of fucking taxes on ourselves by way of tariffs as we actively work to intentionally not understand how they work." And now, due to the actions of people who I really, really genuinely tried to be like, hey, I like to be able to exist and live and get things and use things and go places. And they were like, nah, actually, we're going to reduce the availability of medicine. And we're going to make it so that you can't get shipments from overseas. And we're going to deploy the military and have checkpoints in our cities. That sounds like good countries to me. It's good countries. Yay. So anyway, despite my best efforts, despite not having asked for any of this shit, my life continues to get materially worse. And the thing is, the people who voted for this, their lives are not getting materially better. So, like, at best, they get the satisfaction of my life being worse, and that's it, because they're also on this sinking ship. It's I'm sitting here with a bucket bailing out water, and they're pointing and laughing about the leak in my boat, but we're on the same boat. I just wanted my packages. I actually almost had something get fucked by this, but it was like just over the line. It was like $820 package or something like that. So yay, except for Boo having to pay $820 for something. Things are too expensive. I wish I could find a genie so I could wish for critical thinking skills worldwide. Oh, that'd be nice. That would be pretty good. I just wish that people would like listen to anything ever that isn't just what is reaffirming their own biases. And I get it. Like, that's what humans do. We the second that we're told that we don't have to care about something and that we can like just feel good about who we are and our pre-existing biases, we're like, cool, I'm going to stop engaging with this entirely and make that my assumption. But like the amount of time, the duration of the entire fucking election in which Trump was like, oh, we're going to do tariffs. And everyone was like, that's not how this works. And yet Trump supporters were still just hands over their ears saying la 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 that I can't hear you. And then the people with RFK being like, he's not an anti-vaxxer. Meanwhile, he's making it so that if you're under 65 and you don't have a pre-existing condition, then you just like straight up are not able to get the COVID vaccine. I don't actually know if that's true. I don't want to make that a blanket statement. I think that you don't just like get it automatically. Like you have to go through and find an alternate way to get it covered. I need to look into that. Point being, they're pulling funding for medical research. They're making it so that you can't get fucking imports to anything. And they're putting up fucking security checkpoints in our cities so that we can't just go places and do things. While also dumping billions and billions of dollars into masked agents ripping people from their homes and communities and deporting them to torture prisons. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like Kamala probably wouldn't have done that. And like, I'm not trying to litigate like, oh, the leftists shouldn't have like refused to vote for her or whatever. Because it's not about that. It's the people who imply, and the people who are still on the right, who in the face of all of this are still like, well, at least it wasn't Kamala Harris. Like, what the fuck do you truly think she would have done? Aside from nothing of value. Like, she would have just like maintained, and it would have been boring. And that's not good, but we're going so far away from like any position of like basis in reality. It's just out of control. Kamala would have done other bad things. I just don't like, bad is so fucking relative. We live in the United States of America. We are at the center of the global empire. There's no good to be found here. There isn't good, right? Like we are not in a country that is capable of electing a leader that will be good, right? So like the argument of lesser of two evils and people being upset about having to always choose between the lesser of two evils, that is what the presidential election of the United States is, by design, by definition. Like we don't have the luxury otherwise. And so the only real options are extraordinarily pointed intentional evil versus certain subgroups within our borders, or maintain the hegemony, which like is what's going on regardless. That happens regardless. The notion that Kamala would do bad things, like I just like, that gets under my skin, because it's like it's never stated what the fuck she would do that can be considered bad in the face of everything that's happening right now. And I am not a Kamala Harris stan. She's not my girl. She doesn't represent basically anything that I would want, but she was the closest to what I would want, given that there were exactly two options. I strongly disagree with the notion that a Kamala Harris presidency would implement domestic policy that would severely impact basically anyone living here in a significantly negative way. I just don't think that's the case. For foreign policy, everything is worse now under Trump. I just talked about how we can't get packages. And they're escalating everything that's going on in Gaza. And Trump wants to make beachfront property there. I don't think a Kamala Harris presidency would have done that. And it still doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm not arguing that she should win, or that she secretly won, or anything like that. And like, I get that relitigating this is nothing, but like, that is the like both sides / like, I don't care, they're all bad. It's just not true. Like, I don't like that framing of it. It is true. They are all bad. But to start from a place of like, of good, of course it's going to all look bad, right? You can't stand from a position of good and look towards American leadership and try to find someone who's in the good zone. You have to start with assuming that we are upholding an empire, and then look around from there and be like, okay, who is going to make it significantly worse, or maybe maintain, because they have, like, I think that Kamala Harris has a sense of shame. I think she has a sense of shame. I don't think that Trump does. And I think that she would, on some level, have to second guess herself when presented with the options to do just like totally horrific things. She wants the optics. She doesn't want to be labeled a bad guy. Trump doesn't give a shit. So like, yeah. Anyway, it's all hypotheticals. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, he is president. She is not. I don't think that she ran a good campaign. I don't think that she was the best candidate. I don't even think that she, like, I think she would be a perfectly middling president. But I think what we have right now is so, like, we're so far and beyond in a place where
Attention,
people that
we are
I care
being
about
rated.
and people who are in very marginalized positions are in so much danger that the notion of anything having any other option having been near this, I just can't. Hello, Grim Exodus, and welcome Raiders. I was going down a route there for a while. Hello. To be brutally honest, do we think that the U.S. To be brutally honest, do we honestly believe that U.S. politicians would allow a woman to pass anything? I mean, no. Like if she was the candidate that won and then like Republicans won the House, like nothing would have happened too. Bright Sword Sis, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I do agree that it's a pointless what if though. We have to deal with reality as we have it. Yeah, the what if, like the what if is not useful. The repeated claims that Kamala secretly won or that like Trump cheated the election is just so far away from reality. Like that's just not true. This is a racist and misogynistic country. That's literally just it. Like that's it. Like that's literally it. Her laugh, being upset about her laugh is what made people okay with voting for a like convicted rapist, convicted felon, like well understood storied con man whose first presidency was an unmitigated disaster. And they were like, yeah, but her laugh though. Like that just tells me that we are nowhere near ready for that. I don't think it's impossible for Trump to have cheated, but I also recognize that it's not important right now. I think it is impossible for Trump to have cheated, generally. It depends on what you define cheat. I think a lot of it was foreign interference / like bot farms and shit. Like the amount of botting, especially on like TikTok, the amount of comments that I would get of people like vehemently arguing that RFK Jr. was not an anti-vaxxer and that people were just spreading lies and that they were feds or whatever. Like that was all fake. Those were all fucking bots. There were so many like bad actors astroturfing support for conservatives and conservative ideologies among impressionable young people on TikTok. That's why we saw so much of a swing. That all disappeared like the day after the election. Just gone. And so like I think that was a big part of it. I think, you know, Elon Musk being like, I'm going to pay people to vote for Trump was a big part of it. Because again, as I've said before, like people just want stability for their own life. They're not looking for like a country that runs like a well-oiled machine. They want to afford food and a home. And here comes Elon Musk saying, I'll give you millions of dollars if you vote for Trump. And they're like, cool, fine. They're like, I don't think about this otherwise. I want money. He has a lot of money. I want money. So I don't think he cheated by way of like manipulating votes, like as in editing votes or hacking machines. Like that's not how any of this works. The Starlink stuff is nothing. That's not how that works. Like there's a lot of people that are like, oh, Elon Musk provides Starlink for the voting machines. Like already you have shown your hand. Voting machines are not connected to the internet ever. That's not how voting machines work. They're not connected to the internet. They are not transmitted over the internet. That's not how that works. The Starlink stuff was to provide internet access for like personal devices at certain locations that were voting centers. Like that was what that was. There's nothing to do with the voting machines. there's like, you know, weird tallies of stuff. Like all of that has been litigated and investigated. Nothing has really come out. Like what happened was people weren't ready to acknowledge that this country wasn't ready to vote for a black woman. That's it. And they're like, why didn't this work? And it's because you told you convinced yourself that this country is full of people who would vote for her. I always bring up this story. Like when I landed in Indianapolis for Gen Con last year, my taxi driver was like, when he asked if for whatever reason what my thoughts were on Trump, I was like, oh, like I fucking hate him. He's one of the most horrific things to ever happen in my life. The guy was like dumbfounded. And he was like, but we can't vote for Kamala because having a woman for president would be disgraceful. And it's like, that is not a niche perspective in this country. And this person was an immigrant. Like that is not that is not a rare opinion. It is a very common opinion that women should not hold positions of power. It is a wrong one. It is wild to think that that's still a thing, but to refuse to acknowledge that it is a very common opinion in this country is part of why people were so blindsided by Kamala's failure. I'm gonna play Stardew Valley now. Yeah? Play some Stardew Valley? Comments after yesterday's shooting proves that men are more capable of being emotional than women. I mean, yeah, like that's a pretty well understood thing, right? Like men are definitely the emotional creature between the two, right? I've never been comfortable with that, with the notion that like women are inherently emotional and men aren't, as if like punching drywall is not emotions. Like there are memes about men just like being angry and doing dumb bullshit. Like that is explicitly what emotions are. What the fuck are you talking about? Just because women are able to cry more frequently, like that's... Let's play some Stardew Valley. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of farming. Farmdew Valley. Stardew. Okay. Yo, this bagpipe is going super hard right now. Pausing the music, despite it being rad. Switch my stuff. Ooh. Am I a bagpipe? Yeah. Did you have any reason to believe I wasn't a bagpipe? I'm confused. Why wouldn't I be a bagpipe? Wait, what did I hit? Fuck. I didn't want to hit new. Shit. Back. We're all bagpipes whenever we speak. At the end of the day, we're all bagpipe. I forgot that I have a Pop-Tart. Oh shit! I've got a Pop-Tart. Yo. Free Pop-Tart. I'm sorry, Nitro Nick. I can't respond to you. My mouth is full of Pop-Tart. Oh, the luau is tomorrow. What am I going to bring to the luau? Slamey Gamey says, what flavor? The only one. Brown sugar cinnamon. He says with a mouthful of Pop-Tart. Look. I'm a hypocrite. What can I say? Tomorrow we're all gathering at the beach for the annual Pelican Town Luau. Serious question, Pop-Tart versus Toaster Strudel? If you asked me this in my earlier years, I think I would have said Toaster Strudel. I've been solidly on a Pop-Tart kick recently, I have to say. Fuck, I didn't read my mail. I didn't read the rest of the mail. Oh no! Alright, let's get our chores done. Meow. You ever had hot brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts with butter? I've had like restaurants that do their own like fancy Pop-Tarts, and those are amazing. Are you serious? Are you serious? Just one, oh my god. Harvest 9 flowers, get 8 seeds. This is completely unacceptable. Hot brown sugar Pop-Tart crumbles on oatmeal. That sounds real good. Oatmeal is so good. So goddamn good. Dev, use the scythe on the melons? I don't trust you. Okay, no, we're good. I don't know what you're trying to get me to do there. Ooh. Does that harvest them? I know some stuff gets harvested with the scythe, but not the melons usually, right? Please, but I did it. Nothing happened. Has anyone reminded Dev about cinnamon yet? Yeah, I already talked about cinnamon chicken. Long story short, I went to go make taco seasoned chicken to put in a quesadilla, and I accidentally put cinnamon all over my chicken instead of taco seasoning, and then decided to just deal with it. And so I had cinnamon chicken quesadilla. And I don't recommend doing that. But I at least survived? I think? The jury's still out on that? They become seeds? Wait, what becomes seeds? The flowers? The sunflowers drop seeds when you harvest them. The ultimate scythe in the game harvests all crops except for trees. Yo, there's an ultimate scythe now? I didn't even know you could upgrade it. That's new to me. There's so much new shit in this game. I'm gonna have to like really get moving. I have oatmeal for breakfast every day. It's the best. I had hemp hearts, chia seeds, cinnamon honey, and almond slivers. That sounds fucking good. I'm a big fan. Big fan. I like oatmeal. I like grits. Let's be real here. God, I fuck up grits. The best thing about grits, if you're a down home American like me, the best thing to do with grits is cook them, eat them, enjoy them for sure, and then put them in a container, put the leftovers in a container, put it in your fridge, and the next day you're gonna get like a block of grits, right? Because it's all like solidified, and you can cut slices of that and fry it. You can get fried blocks of grits. You can put it on sandwiches and stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. Grits are the worst texture from a former Southerner? I didn't know that you could dislike grits as a Southerner. I'm sorry, what? What? That's an option? All right, where are these going? Rare crops. Not in fall. Garden bundle. Okay, I just need one. So, I can sell those. Okay. Let's just sell the eggs too, why not? I need to upgrade shit. Here's our goal for today. Get an upgraded something. Just an upgraded anything. Which I think I can actually go do like right now. I'm gonna go get an upgraded pickaxe, which will hopefully let me get my get some sprinklers soon, so I can get an upgraded watering can. But I can't really do the watering can right now, so go to the blacksmith with iron ingots. I mean, okay, I know how to do that. That's not the problem. The problem is focusing to do it. You know, it's not a matter of like how do I upgrade my stuff. It's a matter of I need to upgrade my stuff. Okay, that's all watered. Let me go grab. Yeah, okay. Oh no, that's not at all what I want to do. Okay, let's go donate. Let's go get our pickaxe starting to upgrade, and then we're gonna go foraging for a little while. I gagged and upchucked grits in elementary school. They were homemade grits. That's fucked up. I don't. That doesn't. I don't understand. Personally. Gotta craft a crafting table first. Look. If you haven't checked out my the new show, the new thing that I'm doing, by the way. Let me pull it up. youtube.com/@Endeavorance Games. If you like me, you should check this out. Because shut the fuck up, me. Okay, here's a video. That's a video. I on my gaming channel am now doing season 3 of Minecraft Sisyphus Edition, which is a it's a series where I attempt to beat Minecraft on hardcore mode, despite not really knowing how to do that. So the idea is that I've played a bunch of Minecraft. Like, I know how to play Minecraft. I don't know how to beat Minecraft. I've never actually fought the Ender Dragon. I've never gone to the end. I've just been playing Minecraft casually since, like, its alpha days. So definitely check out my gaming channel. The series is I have to just throw myself into the game on hardcore mode and try to beat it. And if I die, I have to restart. Minecraft Sisyphus Edition. So go subscribe to my gaming channel if you want to check that out. It's I think pretty great, and it's edited by Fun Predictable, who I think is in chat currently. Upgrade tools. Upgrade my pick. Thank you. Ever try RL Craft? I don't know what that is. Real life craft? Is that like LARPing? I just got a red snapper. Who threw away this red snapper? Poor thing. Didn't deserve that. Oh, well, now I can donate it. Nice. A perfectly good donatable red snapper just thrown in the trash. Justice for the snappy boy. Hello, Dev Rants. What's up, Woobert Do? What's up? Dev Rants is actually my legal name. As is Endeavorance. Weren't we going to the blacksmith? I did that already. I already did that. But I did that already. I feel like I'm being gaslit, which happens a lot. I looked away. How dare you? How dare you? I swing my hoe at you in anger. It's called gas lamping. Where does this fish go? Ocean, right? Yeah, because you're a snappy boy. I need a tilapia. I need a tilapia, biblically. It's sort of a state of being of needing a tilapia. We're gonna fix that. Wait, when the fuck do you catch tilapia? Stardew tilapia. Fucking wiki. I need the wiki. Beach during summer or fall before 2 p.m. So I'm fucked. I'm just absolutely screwed. So we're gonna not do that. We're gonna go foraging instead. Dev for sure is not a flaming superhero in his spare time. What? I'm a superhero? This whole time? I got a broken CD. Fucking Evanescence. I don't understand why I'm a superhero now. I didn't ask for this. That's a lot of responsibility. Too much, perhaps.
Coco Village.
Coco Village. Thank you, whoever redeemed that. I needed that. I gotta do the thing where I clean up. You're supposed to, like, clean up the forest, and that gives you more, like, spaces for forageables to grow. So I gotta do that. And also because I don't have my pick, and I just want to use my pick, but I can't. Anime reference to a guy called Endeavor. Oh, I've never seen an anime except for some of them, except for the ones that I have seen. Other than that, I've never seen an anime. Delicious in Dungeon is so fucking good, you guys. You need to watch Delicious in Dungeon if you haven't. It is such a clever show. What they do with monsters, like just I mean, I guess manga as well, which I did get the manga and I want to read it. The just like clever shit they do with monsters in that show, it's so good. I think my favorite is, and like I'll put up the hand of spoilers real quick, so as long as my hand is up, I'm spoiling the show ever so slightly. There is an episode where they are being chased by ghosts, and to ward off the ghosts, they make holy water in a jug, like in a bottle, and then attach rope to the bottle and then swing it around, because the bottle full of holy water passes through the ghosts, and so the ghosts still touch the holy water, but it's like a swinging mace of holy water. And as the ghosts all get hit by the holy water as it goes through them, they all like disperse. But then also, because they're ghosts, they cool down whatever they touch. So when they're done swinging the holy water through all of them, they open up the bottle and it's turned into sherbet. Like, it's such a good show. It's such a good show. End of spoilers. That is just like one very, minor example. But like there's so many really creative takes on like monsters. It's all about a party, like a group of adventurers who are trying to dig down into like a really cool dungeon that is like all mystical and strange to rescue someone, and they don't have any supplies, so they have to like make all of their meals using the monsters in the dungeon. And the main character, or like one of the main characters, is just deeply autistic. Specifically, his special interest is about monsters, and so he's just like, he is having a field day about eating monsters, and like everyone else is just kind of dealing with it, but he just like explains all the interesting shit about monsters as they're going through, and it's just so clever. It's actually so fucking funny. Like everyone else is like running away trying to like find safety and shelter, and he's like, ooh, how many nipples does the monster have? I have to know, because anatomy. What's the show called again? The English version is Delicious in Dungeon. It's on Netflix. Dungeon Meshi is also what it's called. And there's also a manga that is pretty good. Laios is such a friggin' dork. Yeah, it's just really cozy. It's fun. It's clever as hell. And ProZD voices one of the main characters, so like you really can't go wrong. It is brutal at points, though. It is definitely an adult show. It is not. It feels silly and goofy, and then suddenly, like, someone gets fucking one shot through the head with what is effectively a magic bullet, and just like falls over. And then, like, also every once in a while, there's just like boobs on screen. So like, while the vast majority of the show is very funny, happy-go-lucky, silly, don't think that you can watch it with children. Don't do that. Don't do that. The VA for the Drifter is the narrator. It says Blue Phoenix. Yeah, so the voice actor for the Drifter is also the narrator, but he's also just like every side character in the entire fucking show. Like, you'll just be watching this show, and if you've ever played Destiny 2, you will immediately identify that the Drifter is talking, and then you'll immediately identify any character he voices, because they're all just the Drifter in like different hats, basically. Okay, that's one day without my pick down. Oh, I need the trash machine. Where's the trash, the detrashifier? Recycling machine. Iron bar, wood, stone. I can make that. I have those. Stone, iron bar. Awesome. I am finally trash. Perfect. Oh, game is small. Oh, thank you. Sorry. I forgot to switch back. Appreciate it. Donka Verde. What else can I make? Bee house can be good. Actually, I really should do that. More furnace. Mushroom log. Grows mushrooms every so often. The more wild trees are nearby, the better it works. Since when? Bug steak? Cookout kit? What? Love me a good mushroom log. Very good. Very, very good. I need supplies. That's what I'm learning. Make Jake Tapper. Yeah, let's do that. Get Jake Tapper. Make a few of these. And what did I need? I need a thing for a thing. Maple syrup. Need maple syrup, which I think I might have some already. Somewhere? Like that, this one's due. This one's due soon. Tapper, I barely even know her. What are you? Pickled leek. Sure. Pickle some more stuff. Ooh, pickled peppers. Fuck yeah. Just call me Peter Piper. Does anybody know what a peck is? Like, have we determined what a peck is? How much a peck be? Oh, I should donate that. What am I doing? Wait, I still need Fiddlehead Fern? For what? From what? Chef's bundle? Oh, Fiddlehead Fern for the chef's bundle. Okay. Okay. 2 gallons? 2 gallons of what? 2 gallons. What did I ask? A peck is a pile of pints. Okay. A peck is 2 gallons. I had asked what a peck is, and I had forgotten pretty much immediately that I had asked that, so. The other devs chat? Wait, what? Is there another dev? Where? All right, bulletin board. Chef wants a thing. The children bundle. Give them the children. I feel like that's on brand, right? Like spirits asking for the children. Like that's a thing. Twitch needs a shared communities tab of people's profiles so I can remember where I know people from. I am kind of building that. I'm still working on it, but I'm hoping to expand more options. The entire like stream interface that you're seeing right now is all powered by a like custom system that I have built that powers all this shit. And ideally, other people will be able to use like my chat box with all the customization options and stuff. And in theory, that would allow like if everybody who is using my systems had similar audiences, they'd be able to like cross-pollinate and shit. But we'll see. One thing at a time. I have like 700 different projects that I'm doing, and I need to stop doing more. Or I need to do more. That could also be true. I'm not sure. But according to my therapist, I should do less. But I disagree. When have I ever listened to him? I just smacked my cat. I'm very sorry. Did we get anything upgraded? Not yet. It's still the same day. More watering can proficiency. I'm level 6 farming with the base watering can still. I'm better at hose. I can do hardwood fence. I can make cheese press and quality sprinkler. I want to build a barn. Barn. What does it cost? 6,000 G's. 350 wood, 150 stone. Okay. I think I have that. We'll find out. Perfect. Just enough. Okay, well, we're gonna water our shit, and then we're gonna go get a barn built so that we can get cows. Okay, yeah, the scythe does not pick these guys up. Grim Exodus says moo cows. So I agree. I agree with the moo cows. Dev, you should do a southern accent. I try to... Why is my cursor doing that? I try to avoid doing my southern accent too much because it's kind of like the only accent that I do by accident. Like, I don't have many pocket accents to use. And frequently, if I'm like running a tabletop campaign or something and I'm reaching for like an NPC voice, I'll end up just doing Southern guy, like drunk Southern guy. And I'm just trying to break the habit of always doing that. Especially because it's just like, oh, hey, it's the same guy again. But for a farmer that works, sure. But canonically, this farmer is like an ex-Amazon employee. Like, I came from like fucking Seattle or some shit. I'm not gonna have a Southern accent. If anything, I'm gonna be like, where's all the lattes? Where are my flat whites? Excuse me. I love driving to work and passing the farms, the cows and goats. I love waving at them and saying hi while I pass them. It's important. It's important to wave and say hi to the cows and the goats as you pass them on your way to work. Like that. If you don't do that, then no one's greeting them in the morning. And that's just sad to think about. So please do that. They put in a lot of work. They deserve being waved at. They deserve that respect. Horses too. Yeah. To a degree, horses have a bit of sass, and I kind of want them to work on that. Like, I'm not going to not wave and say hi to a horse, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do it, you know? I feel like they need to put in a little bit more work. We replace them with cars, and like that's on us. But now it's on them to kind of like find a new way to show like what role they have in the modern day. Because cows and goats have an excellent role. That role is existing, just being there, chilling, right? But horses are supposed to have a function, and currently that function is eat oats, which I do. So like, what are they really bringing to the table? Horses have a job. They do like dressage, right? I don't get paid for dancing. When I get danced, people just tell me, please stop doing that. Get off the table. Sir, this is a daycare. I'm just saying, like, I feel like the world could be a bit more equitable. Horses eat more oats than I do? Doubtful. I'd like to see that argued in court. I need to move these fucking boxes. All right, summer seeds. Professional dancers shouldn't get paid according to Dev. No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't twist my fucking words. I'm saying that horses aren't bringing anything new to the table because we have professional dancers. I'm saying that the professional dancers don't need to have their jobs threatened by a bunch of horses coming in and being like, I'm a horse. Look at me. I can jump over a pole and whinny. Like, most dancers that I've met can do both of those things. So I don't see what the big deal is. Get in there. Wait until this guy hears about James Baxter. I don't know what that is. I've never heard about that. So, haha, get wrecked. Dancing horses offer twice as many legs as dancing humans. It's a solid argument. I'm going to need a little more, though. We're going to need more than that. More legs equals more work. Can I do something with that, like, space that's just north of me right now? Or is that, like, saved for something? It looks very appealing. I want to put something there. That leg ratio. Oh, man. Classic high leg ratio. Hello, Tempest Oh, sorry. Tempestuous Teapot 78. I thought it was Tempestuous Teapot. Hello, Tempestuous Teapot. Tempestuous Teapot. Jesus Christ. Got there eventually. Ooh. Woody's secret. Felled trees have a 5% chance to double the wood yield. Sick. Sick and rad. All right, we're gonna go fishing. I've got 1 hour, not even, to get my tilapia. Because I forgot. Get out of my way. I need a tilapia. Oh, fuck. It's the goddamn luau. I can't even get a tilapia. I didn't even bring anything. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh. Don't tell them I'm here. Oh, my God. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Oh. I've got a quarter of a package of Pop-Tarts. That's what I'm going to add to the luau. Hey, yo, what? Wait. Look who just subscribed. Tempestuous Teapot 78. Thank you for subscribe. I appreciate it. You got my username right. That's a subscribing right there. Well, thank you. Classic ceiling leaves. I feel like the star fruit I should get. I'm not going to, though. I guess I could buy a star fruit and put it in. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. I have sap. The only thing I can donate. I like how you can put Lewis's pants in the stew. Yeah, that's important. Look. I'm not saying that I want these people to eat sap, but I am saying they're gonna have to eat sap. So, sorry, governor. Look at this fucking guy. Look at this governor. I'd vote for him. Look at that hat. That hat alone is worth voting for. What a lovely occasion. It's always a joy to visit Stardew Valley. Is it a gold star sap though? It is not. It is a fucking, I found this on the ground. Looks sharp. The governor's here for his annual visit. If you brought something for the potluck, make sure to add it to the soup cauldron. Time to eat. I'm gonna fucking kill this man. Poison the governor by way of trees. Well, folks, it's time once again for the potluck ceremony. I trust that you all put in high quality ingredients in the pot this year. We don't want the governor to regret his visit to the valley. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the horror? Well, governor, will you do us the honor of tasting the soup? Of course! I've been looking forward to this all year! Just fucking dies. Oh no! Oh no! He's dying! Wait! I didn't know that could happen. This is vile. I think I'm going to be sick. I've only ever gotten him being like, this kind of sucks. Oh no. I need to lie down. Oh. Wow. Look at Lewis. He's so mad. He's so angry. Holy shit. I've never seen this portrait of him. My God. Good going, people. Whoever put that foul ingredient in the soup made the governor pass out. I'm ashamed. Look, praxis. What can I say? Go home. The festival's over. Do I feel bad? What a disaster. Not really. Local anarchist tries to assassinate government official. Lewis is cross. Quite cross. All right, one more day. Gonna grab my pickaxe. Gonna try to get that fish. And then I'm probably gonna close down El Stramo. Oh wait, I want to get my building started too. So we'll go water our stuff. My copper pickaxe is ready. Then we're gonna go up through Robin, get my building started, and then we're gonna go pick up my pickaxe, and then we're just gonna fish. Hopefully get us a tilapia. It'll be good. It'll be good. Poisoning government officials? Nice. I'm surprised that doesn't happen more. I'm truly, and this is not me inciting or calling for violence, vis-a-vis like terms of service. I'm genuinely shocked that the CIA hasn't done something by now. Like, I'm truly and genuinely shocked that in the name of like continued stability of this country, given like the current financial instability, like I know that the stock market is currently like sort of holding, but everyone's sort of just waiting for the other shoe to drop. I really thought the CIA would have been like, all right, time to put an end to this. Like they've intervened for far less, and I just really thought something would have happened by now. So color me surprised. Especially given how how adept the CIA is at ending the current tenure of various world leaders. It's kind of their whole thing. That's like, that's what they get up in the morning, and it's what gets them out of bed. What color surprised? What color is surprised? Magenta. It's like magenta, but you've never heard of it before. It's a secret magenta. Right next to the real one. Ooh, hops. Can I make barrels yet? I think I need pine tar for that. And probably more foraging? Question mark? Like magenta, but aggressive? Aggressive magenta. Yes. Y'all, does anybody else share in the very real, like, life experience of only knowing about the color mauve because of Hey Arnold? I'm not going to explain much further because I feel like you either immediately know why I say that or not. But as a child, I was taught about the color mauve through Hey Arnold, one very specific episode. And it's one of those things, like, whenever that color comes up, it's inseparable from that. I know because I have a friend named Mauve. It's kind of a sick name. I don't remember that episode. They have a, like, soapbox car called the Mauve Avenger. And it's like a race. Teal? What about teal? I think that's everything. I think we're good. Okay. Go buy my thing. Go get my thing. Go fish for things. I don't remember that episode. That's because your memory is entirely replaced with the episode of the snow day episode. That is the episode that everybody does remember. I love Hey Arnold, but I learned about mauve from a box of crayons. Look. No, you didn't. You learned about it from Hey Arnold, all right? Let me have this one. That and the Stoop Kid's Afraid to Leave His Stoop episode broke my heart just fully. Construct farm buildings. Okay. Shit, I didn't bring the required components. All right, well, I am the worst. I'm just gonna go get my stuff and go fishing. I got summer squash seeds, though, so, you know. I'm too young to know about Hey Arnold. God, Hey Arnold is such a good show. It is like it set the vibe basis
Dangus.
for an entire generation. Like it is a vibe colon the show. If Courage the Cowardly Dog is like known for its creepiness, Hey Arnold is known for its just fucking rad ass vibe. So glad I got a movie wrapping things up. I've actually never seen that. I should watch that. All right, immediately going fishing. Stoop Cave was so sad. Also the Xmas episode with Mr. Hyun. Oh, also the episode. There's an episode that broke me where Arnold learns like karate for self-defense, and like some guy comes up behind him and he beats the shit out of the guy. And the guy's like, I just wanted to know where the bus stop was. And like, as a child, I was so sad. That episode broke me. Everyone's like, he just wanted to know where the bus stop was. Why did you do that to him? Like that episode would come on, I would legitimately turn the TV off because I couldn't handle the emotions in that episode. Anyway, I wonder why I didn't know I was neurodivergent. Instant tilapia? Holy shit. Oh, what? Instant iridium tilapia. Well, now I don't want to donate an iridium tilapia. I want to name it, make it a pet. First try. Did you have any doubts whatsoever? Oh. 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 Name him Sap. Sap the fish. What about Gil though? Okay, normal tilapia. Gold star tilapia. What is going on? The ocean's just go fishing today. Get all this. I should fix the bridge. God, I'm so far behind. There's so many things I need to do still that I've just been ignoring entirely. One Gex too. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Sorry to say that I'm closing the stream down soon, but welcome. Glad that you're here. You can still hang out while we're wrapping up. Nice skateboard, bro. Sick 180. Arnold and Grandma rescuing Lockjaw was also foundational. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. God, the main thing is just like his room. His room was so good. Between Hey Arnold's room and Dexter's lab. Like when I was a kid, I was always like, oh my God, I wish I could have a secret laboratory, like a secret giant expansive room that my parents didn't know about that was just like hidden somewhere in my bedroom. But that's not really how housing works, unfortunately. I can get 5 Dorados. That's nice. Strange bun. Mega bomb. Just selling bombs. Okay. I'll get a rare seed. I'm gonna get these just because. In case. Blue armchair. I'm glad that they're selling a cuck chair now. Good. I'll get that. What short game should I put on my Steam Deck for this weekend? What's the Inscription. Play Inscription. That's a great Steam Deck game and a pretty weekendy type game. Beatable in a weekend. Hang out in a desert and explore. Oh, that's a game. I thought you were saying like what you should do instead of playing a game is go to a desert, which is fair and good advice in general. Oh yeah, I'm working on for those who don't know, I've been designing a tabletop role-playing game. It's called Proscenium. You can head to proscenium.game to learn more. I am working on the learning materials for it now because I'm actively putting together play tests. If you're a member of my Patreon, you can sign up to do a play test run by yours truly. But I'm putting together the book, like the online book for learning how to play, basically. And the way that I'm designing it, I'm pretty excited about. It is like a variable book. So depending on what you want to get out of it, it modifies itself. So if you're like, I want to learn this from the perspective of a player, the book can include and exclude certain parts of itself to clarify and focus on explaining the game from the perspective of the player. And then you can switch over to the director view, which is like the GM basically. So it's pretty sick. And also like it's just gonna have like a bunch of nice, interactive shit going on just to show you how things work. I really wish that more tabletop role-playing games had like web app rule books. A few of them do, and it's really, really cool when they do, but it's still very rare. And that doesn't make much sense to me because, like, I'm putting my fish over here. You stay here, fish. That doesn't make much sense to me because it's like not a straightforward thing. And websites let you make non-straightforward things, like essentially like a book that is omnidirectional instead of just like page after page after page. So hoping to do cool stuff with that. Let's place my cuck chair. I want to put my cuck chair outside. God damn it. There we go. Oh, I kind of already had one. Oh, well. You can sit in chairs? I'm going to shut the stream down now. I didn't know you could sit in chairs in Stardew Valley. This changes everything. This changes everything. Ooh, I can make lightning rods because I'm good at foraging. Did you know that if you pick up enough mushrooms, you control lightning? It's just how it works. Okay. Well, you should play Firewatch. You should play Firewatch. That's a great idea. Firewatch is an extremely good game. All right, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go take care of this animal, go get some food that's not just more Pop-Tart, and go start working on a handful of things. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. This was a lovely stream. As always, I stream every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 11 a.m. US East, and I have a new gaming series up. If you want to check out my gaming channel on YouTube, Endeavorance Games, I've got a new Minecraft series up there that is the premiere went up yesterday, and new episodes every other Wednesday. So be sure to follow that. Other than that, keep on keeping on. I'm hoping to share more interesting shit in the near future, but I'm gonna not publicly commit to things that I'm not ready to talk about. So there's that. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Take care, y'all. I'll see ya on the Tuesdays. Well, Monday and then Tuesday. Okay, bye.